Hi, my name's Joanna and I'm going to be speaking to Ken today about the SpLD service in the DRC. Hi Ken, how are you?
Hi Joe, I'm fine, thanks. My name is Ken. I'm one of two specific learning difficulties advisors here at the DRC.
Great. And what does the SpLD team do and what does SpLD stand for?
So we support students with a diagnosis of a specific learning difficulty, such as dyslexia, dyspraxia, dysgraphia, and ADHD, and those who want to investigate whether or not they may have a specific learning difficulty. But essentially, we're here to ensure that students get the support requirements that they require by liaising with staff across the collegiate university. We do that by drafting a student support document, which we share to staff across the university.
Great. And what does the student support document include?
So the student support document, Helen and I will draft by looking at the diagnostic report that student may have, or by speaking to the student through meeting them and finding out what their requirements actually are. And so we'll make some recommendations based on the different contexts. So it might be within lectures, there's some recommendations, supervisions, others, practicals, and exams. There'll be recommendations made there. So a student has in one document all their requirements in one place.
Great. And what additional support does the DRC organise?
Well, I suppose one of the most key things I think we do is set up study skills and mentoring support for students. Study skills is where students may want to engage in furthering their study skills to help them with new reading approaches, how to read more effectively and efficiently, because there'll be a lot more reading, how to write, how to revise, and the mentoring is maybe a bit more of a holistic approach, how to sort of deal with difficulties that come up, to navigating the whole collegiate university system.
Fantastic. So for a student, what do they need to do to set up support?
Well, in the first instance, get in touch with us and provide us with as much information as they can. So that would be the diagnostic assessment report, any evidence they have from school or maybe from another university if they're a postgraduate student. And they can do that via email at the disability@admin.cam.ac.uk inbox, or just by looking through the DRC pages on the university website.
Great. And would students use that email address to contact the DRC throughout their course?
Once they've made contact with us, we'll probably have a relationship with them. So they would have Helen and my email address, so they could get in touch with us directly. And maybe perhaps hopefully when the COVID-19 situation isn't a problem, maybe come into the DRC to meet with us from time to time if they have any issues that they want to discuss, or obviously at the moment we can do that online.
Great, thank you. And just any final words or tips for students through the start and through their time at university?
Yeah, I suppose the key one is we would urge students to disclose their SpLD and what they require as early as possible, and to anyone they're working with, so that people can, do what they can to make sure they're meeting those requirements and the student can flourish. And if they've got any concerns whatsoever, so not to hesitate and get in touch with Helen or I, or the college tutor or DOS as soon as possible.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Ken.
No problem.
Bye.
Thank you, Joe. Cheers.
Bye.